Welcome to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, the home for every collector who believes a single penny can change everything. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating world of the 1961 Lincoln cent, a coin that might look ordinary but could be hiding hundreds of dollars in value right in your change jar. Grab your magnifier, stay till the end, and let's uncover the story behind this small but mighty piece of American history. The birth of the 1961 Lincoln penny. In 1961, America was full of hope, progress, and change. President John F. Kennedy had just taken office, and the nation's coinage reflected decades of history and pride. At the Denver Mint, millions of Lincoln cents were struck, marked with the tiny D mint mark under the date. While billions were made, only a few survived with the perfection and rarity that collectors hunt for today. The design and legacy of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, honoring Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, designed by Victor David Brenner. The obverse shows the famous portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse features the wheat ears design, later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. By 1961, the Lincoln Memorial reverse was still relatively new, and collectors noticed every tiny variation. What makes 1961 special? Even though over 1.75 billion coins were minted at Denver, certain coins stand out due to minting errors, die varieties, and high-grade condition. The Denver Mint's machines worked fast, and sometimes, small mistakes led to double dies, weak strikes, and off-center errors, all of which can turn a 1-cent coin into a collector's treasure. Minting facts you should know: composition 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Weight 3.11 grams. Diameter 19.05 mm. Designer Victor D. Brenner. Edge plain. These technical details might sound simple, but each part contributes to a coin's authenticity and value in grading. Rare varieties and errors to watch for. Some 1961 pennies contain fascinating die errors that make them worth much more: double die obverse, doubled letters or date, die cracks, raised lines on Lincoln's face or coat, off-center strike, coin not centered correctly, repunched mint mark, RPM, a second faint D under the main D. These varieties are where the big money hides, sometimes selling for hundreds of dollars at auction. Part 6, How to identify a valuable 1961 penny. Take a magnifying glass or coin microscope and check: is the date doubled? Are there unusual lines near the D mint mark? Does the coin have sharp, clean details? Any luster or red tone still visible? If yes, you may be holding a hidden gem worth far more than a cent. The coin grading system. Professional coin grading is the secret key to unlocking value. In 1961 penny, graded MS 60 to MS 67 can bring dramatically different prices. MS 60 around $2, $5, MS 65 around $40, $60, MS 67 can reach $700 or more, depending on the market. That's right. A perfect, bright red penny can reach nearly $787.99 or higher at auction. Real auction examples. Recent sales prove the value. A 1961 Lincoln cent graded MS 67 RD sold $4,787.99. An RPM error version reached $400, $600. Even slightly circulated coins with rare die marks sold $4.50. $100. These are real numbers from auction houses like Heritage Auctions and eBay collector listings. Why collectors love the 1961 Collectors admire this coin for its transitional period feel, bridging the 1950s wheat penny era and the 1960s memorial penny design. It's a coin that tells a story of minting evolution, American pride, and unexpected value in simplicity. How to store and protect your rare pennies. If you find a shiny 1961 or one with visible errors, do not clean it. Cleaning reduces its value instantly. Store it in a plastic coin flip or airtight capsule. Keep away from humidity and direct sunlight. Proper care can preserve a coin's red luster for decades, keeping its collector value strong. Coin hunting tips. You can still find 1961 pennies in circulation, old jars, or inherited collections. Check old piggy banks, coin rolls, and inherited albums. Visit estate sales, flea markets, or coin shows. Always carry a small magnifier. Treasures can appear anywhere. Comparing with other valuable pennies. Some other pennies worth checking include 1955 double die, worth thousands. 1972 DDO, worth hundreds. 1969 double die, extremely rare and valuable. The 1961 D holds its own place among these legends because it's accessible yet surprising in value. Historical context: America in 1961. 1961, America launched its first astronauts, and cultural revolutions were brewing. Coins like the Lincoln cent circulated through the hands of people living through this era of change, making each piece a tiny artifact of American history. Modern market trends: today's collectors are rediscovering early 1960s coins. The copper content, nostalgia, and rarity of high-grade examples have caused prices to climb steadily. Online markets, grading services, and social media coin groups are driving interest and raising awareness about coins like the 1961 D Lincoln cent. Final thoughts and channel outro: every coin has a story, and the 1961 D Lincoln penny is no exception, from its humble minting in Denver to its shining presence in auctions. Today, it reminds us that even the smallest piece of metal can hold great value, history, and wonder. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1961 D penny, hit that like button, subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, and turn on the bell so you never miss our next episode on hidden coin treasures that might be sitting right in your pocket. Change. Remember, every penny counts when it comes to history and value. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most interesting coins in American history, the 1978 Lincoln penny. It might look ordinary, but this tiny coin can be worth hundreds of dollars, even up to $787.98 or more, depending on its condition, mint mark, and rare varieties. So stay tuned through all 15 parts, because we'll uncover its amazing history, mint secrets, grading mysteries, and real market prices that might shock you. The beginning of the Lincoln cent in 1909, to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln cent, the first American coin to feature a real person's portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner. The coin became a symbol of honesty, leadership, and unity. From 1909 to 1958, the back of the coin featured the wheat ears design, but in 1959, to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, it changed to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, which is the design still found on the 1978 penny. The design and material of the 1978 PNNY. The 1978 Lincoln penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. It has the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln facing right, the word liberty on the left, in God we trust above, and the date 1978 on the right. The reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial with the words United States of America, e pluribus unum, and the denomination 1 cent, but hidden in these common details are small differences that make certain coins rare and extremely valuable. Where the 1978 penny was minted in 1978, the U.S. Mint produced these pennies in 3 locations. San Francisco. Each mint created millions of pennies, but the quality, strike, and small errors make all the difference in today's collector market. Mintage numbers and rarity. Here's how many were made: Philadelphia, 5, 558, 720, 000. Denver 4, 280, 233, 000. San Francisco 3, 127, 781. That's billions of coins. But don't let that fool you, only a few survive today in mint state condition, proof quality, or with rare minting errors that collectors are desperate to find. Why collectors love the 1978 PNNY. Collectors love the 1978 Lincoln cent because it's the last penny of the 1970s, closing an important decade for American coinage. It represents the end of the classic copper era, before the metal composition changed to zinc in 1982. Many coin enthusiasts see 1978 as a transition year, making it a symbolic and nostalgic collectible piece. Common errors that make this coin rare. Some 1978 Lincoln pennies have amazing mint errors that make them worth big money. Here are a few examples. Double die obverse. The date or letters appear doubled. Center strike. The design is not centered properly. Clipped planchet. A small piece of the coin's edge is missing. Die cracks or cuds. Raised lines or bumps from damaged dies. A perfect, visible doubling or strong off-center strike can raise the coin's value from a few cents to hundreds of dollars. How to spot valuable VRETS. To find a rare 1978 penny, you'll need a magnifying glass or coin loop. Look carefully at the date, check for doubling or misalignment, the mint mark, D or S, check if it's repunched or filled, the letters, In God We Trust, and Liberty. Any doubling can mean high value. Patience and sharp eyes are key. your old jar of pennies might be hiding a small fortune. Grading. The 1978 PNNY coin grading determines the coin's market price. Grades range from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. For 1978 pennies, condition is everything. Circulated coins are worth face value, uncirculated MS, 65 red, RD. Examples can bring $50. $150. Proof coins with mirror surfaces can be worth $200 or more, and if your coin has a rare error or is perfectly struck, it might fetch up to $787.98 or higher at auction. Current market prices of today's market. Here are real collector prices. 1978 P, Philadelphia, in MS 67 red, $400 to $6,001,978. D, Denver, in MS 67 red, $600, $787.981978. Proof in PR 70 deep cameo, $250, $500. These prices change with demand, but top quality coins are always in high demand among collectors and investors. Part 10, how to sell your rare PNNY. If you think you've got a valuable 1978 penny, you can sell it through eBay auctions, heritage auctions, local coin shops, coin shows and conventions. Always get your coin graded and certified by services like PCGS or NGC before selling. It guarantees authenticity and boosts value. Part 11, investing in PNNES. Did you know coin collecting can be a great investment? Rare Lincoln pennies have consistently increased in value. A few cents from the past can turn into hundreds or even thousands of dollars today. Smart collectors buy and hold coins like the 1978 penny, waiting for market trends to rise. Part 12, preserving and storing your coins. Keep your coins safe. Store them in acid-free coin flips or holders, albums or plastic capsules. Avoid touching coins with bare hands. Always use gloves. Moisture and air can damage copper coins, so keep them in a dry, dark place. Part 13, fun facts about the 1978 PNNY. The 1978 penny still has Victor D. Brenner's initials, VDB, below Lincoln's shoulder. Over 10 billion coins were made, yet pristine examples are surprisingly rare. Many collectors started their coin journey with this exact coin from pocket change. Part 14, stories of rare finds. There have been real-life stories where people found rare error pennies in everyday change. Point 1, collector discovered a 1978 D double die that sold for over $750. Another found a proof strike penny in circulation, later valued at nearly $800. Your penny jar might be next. That's the excitement of coin hunting. Part 15, final thoughts and channel MESSAG. So, what have we learned? The 1978 Lincoln penny is more than just 1 cent, it's a piece of American history, artistry, and hidden wealth. If you find a shiny, red 1978 penny, don't ignore it. It might just be your $787.98 treasure. Thank you for watching Rare Lincoln Penny Coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because we bring you new videos every week about rare coins, coin errors, and market values. Stay curious, stay collecting, and remember, every penny tells a story. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most interesting and surprising coins in modern history, the 1986 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1986 1-cent penny. At first glance, it looks ordinary, just another copper-colored coin. But what if I told you that some of these humble 1986 pennies are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, with one valued at $787.97 or more in today's collector market? Stay with me till the end, because we're about to explore its history, minting secrets, errors, grading, and real collector prices. Origin of the Lincoln penny. And the story begins way back in 1909, when the U.S. Mint decided to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, one of America's greatest presidents. The designer, Victor David Brenner, created the iconic Lincoln profile we still see today. This was the first American coin to feature a real person, and it quickly became a national treasure. Over the decades, small changes were made, but the soul of Lincoln's image remained. By the time we reached 1986, the penny had already been part of American life for 77 years, a coin with history, emotion, and millions of collectors. The big change from copper to zincone. Major transformation happened just before 1986. In 1982, Due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint changed the penny's composition from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc with only a thin copper plating. That means the 1986 penny you hold in your hand isn't solid copper anymore, it's mostly zinc inside. This change created confusion, excitement, and even errors, because some coins were accidentally struck with older copper planchets, making them extremely valuable. Today. The 1986 penny mint LOCATONS in 1986, pennies were struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, San Francisco Mint, S-Mark, proof coins. Each mint had its own special production runs. The Philadelphia and Denver mints made billions, while the San Francisco proofs were made in small, perfect batches for collectors. How to identify a 1986 rare PNNY? To know if you have a valuable 1986 penny, check mint mark under the date, D or no mark. Metal weight: copper weighs 3.11 grams, zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. Minting errors like double die obverse, off-center strike, or die cracks. Each of these can raise your coin's value dramatically, sometimes from 1 cent to hundreds of dollars. The legend of the copper 1986 PNNY. Most 1986 pennies were zinc, but a few rare mistakes were made. Copper planchets left over from 1982 were used by accident. These rare copper 1986 pennies are a collector's dream. If authenticated, one could easily be worth $700 or more, depending on its condition and grade. Coin grading and value condition is everything. Collectors use the Sheldon grading scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. A normal 1986 penny in circulation might be worth 1 cent, but MS 65 condition can fetch $5, $10. MS 67 condition can jump to $150, $300. MS 68 and higher can exceed $700 to $800 or more, and that's just for perfect examples without errors. Famous 1986 error PNNES. Here are some exciting error types: double die error, letters or numbers appear doubled. Center strike, part of the design is missing. Die crack cut error, raised line or blob on the surface. Broad strike error, coin appears stretched and flat. Wrong planchet error, struck on a coin meant for another denomination. Collectors go wild for these, and prices can soar into the hundreds or thousands. How to check if your penny is valuable? Use a digital scale to check its weight. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling or cracks. Check for a mint mark and condition. Compare it on sites like PCGS, NGC, or Heritage Auctions. And most importantly, don't clean your coin, it can destroy its value instantly. The market value in 2025. As of now, collectors are paying impressive amounts for top-grade 1986 pennies. Recent sales show, 1986 DMS 68 RD sold $4.787.971986. No mint mark. MS 68 RD sold $4.690.00. Proof 1986 S in PR 70 DCAM condition sold for over $300. That's huge for a 1 cent coin, proving that knowledge and patience pay off in coin collecting. Why people love Lincoln PNNIES. There's something emotional about holding history in your hand. Each Lincoln cent carries a story. From the Great Depression, World Wars, and modern America, collectors treasure the beauty, nostalgia, and investment value behind these coins. It's more than metal, it's a piece of the past that never dies. How to store and protect your coins. Use acid-free coin flips, plastic capsules, or albums to prevent oxidation. Keep them in a dry, cool environment. Humidity destroys zinc coins fast. Label them clearly with mint marks and grades. Remember, protection today means profit tomorrow. The future value PRDICTON experts predict that rare, high-grade 1986 pennies will continue to rise in value. As fewer remain in circulation and collectors compete for top examples, prices could double or triple in the next decade. So if you find a clean, shiny, or error 1986 penny, don't spend it, save it. How to sell or buy 1986 rare PNNES. You can trade or sell your coin. Thrift Bay Auctions, coin shows and expo certified dealers, NGC, PCGS, Facebook and online collector groups. Always verify your buyer or seller's reputation before dealing. Conclusion: the magic of the 1986 PNNY. So, what started as a single cent in your pocket might actually be a hidden treasure worth hundreds of dollars. The 1986 Lincoln penny proves that history still hides in plain sight. All you have to do is look closely. If you love coins, passion, and stories of discovery, make sure to like, share, And subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins for more videos about old coins, market values, and rare finds. Remember, your next coin could be the one worth a fortune. This is Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, uncovering the hidden treasures of history, 1 cent at a time. Today, we're going deep into one of the most talked about modern coins, the 2017 D Lincoln Penny. At first glance, it's just a regular copper-plated zinc cent. But hidden among millions, there are rare varieties worth hundreds of dollars, even up to $787.96 or more. Stay with me till the end, because this episode has everything: history, design secrets, market values, mint errors, and collector tips you don't want to miss. The legend of the Lincoln PNY. The Lincoln cent has been a symbol of American pride for more than a century. First introduced in 1909, it honored the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the man who shaped American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Over the years, it evolved through design changes, composition shifts, and mint mark differences, but Lincoln's face remained the same, representing freedom and endurance. 2017, a year of change. Fast forward to 2017, and we enter a modern era of minting perfection, or at least that's what people thought. The Denver Mint, marked with a small d, produced millions of coins that year, but in this sea of copper-plated zinc cents, a few unique pieces stood out, and collectors started to notice. Tiny differences in design, minting errors, and die variations made some 2017 D Lincoln pennies extremely valuable. What makes the 2017 D special, you might wonder? What makes a simple penny from 2017 worth hundreds of dollars? The secret lies in minting anomalies, slight errors that happen during the coin's production. Some coins show doubling on the obverse, especially around the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust. Others have die cracks, off-center strikes, or broad strikes, making them one-of-a-kind pieces. Collectors hunt for these varieties because no two are exactly alike, and rarity means value. The value factor now. Let's talk numbers. A normal 2017 D Lincoln penny is worth just 1 cent in circulation, but when a collector finds one in mint state, MS condition, especially MS 68 or higher, the story changes dramatically. Some pieces have sold for $700 or even $787.96 at online auctions and coin shows, graded and certified by professional services like PCGS or NGC. These coins become treasures in the modern collector's world. If you've got a handful of 2017 D pennies lying around, it's time to check them carefully. Here's what to look for: sharp, clean details, a well-struck coin with no wear, die doubling. Look at the lettering closely using a magnifier. Mint luster, original shine without scratches, mint errors, off-center strikes, die chips, or planchet defects, grading potential. A coin that might reach MS 67 or MS 68 grade. Collectors pay more for eye-catching, clean, and error-free examples. Coin grading and ITS-IMPACT grading can make or break your coin's value. A coin graded MS 65 may be worth $10 to $20, but the same coin in MS 68 can jump to hundreds. That's why professional grading is so important. Certified coins give buyers confidence, and sellers higher profits. If you think your coin is special, send it to PCGS, NGC, or ANAX for grading and authentication. Market trends and demand. Over the past few years, the Lincoln penny market has grown rapidly. Collectors love affordable coins with big upside potential. The 2017 D Lincoln cent fits that category perfectly. With social media buzz, YouTube videos, and auction listings, the demand for high-grade or error coins keeps increasing. As the market evolves, prices can fluctuate, but rarity and condition always lead the way. The beauty of the design. Let's take a moment to appreciate the artistry. The obverse shows the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner, while the reverse features the Union Shield, symbolizing national unity. Introduced in 2010, the shield design represents the strength and integrity of the United States. Every small line and curve tells a story of craftsmanship, tradition, and respect. Hidden treasures in your change. Many collectors found their valuable 2017 D pennies right in their pocket change. Yes, everyday coins can hold rare surprises. Next time you get change from a store, take a minute to check your pennies. You might be holding a hidden gem worth hundreds of dollars. That's what makes coin collecting so exciting. History meets mystery in every coin. Famous finds and stories. There are real stories of people discovering rare coins in the most unexpected places, from a gas station cashier to a school kid's piggy bank. The 2017 Lincoln penny has shown up in the wild and shocked everyone with its value. Some coins even sold at heritage auctions for impressive prices. These discoveries inspire new collectors every day to start searching. Coin care and preservation. If you find a special penny, don't clean it. Cleaning can damage the surface and lower its grade. Always handle coins by the edges and store them in protective holders or flips. Keep them away from moisture, heat, and chemicals. Proper storage keeps your coins safe and your investment strong. Why Lincoln pennies are timeless? The Lincoln penny is more than just money, it's a piece of living history. From 1909 to 2025, it has survived wars, recessions, and redesigns. It's a connection between generations of Americans, reminding us that small things can hold great value. The 2017 is part of that ongoing legacy, a modern treasure with roots in the past. How to sell or trade your coins. Once you've identified a valuable 2017 penny, you can sell it through online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections. Join coin forums and collector groups to learn the best strategies. Always get your coin graded and photographed professionally for the best price. Remember, patience and knowledge pay off in coin trading. Final thoughts and call to action. And so, there you have it, the complete journey of the 2017 Lincoln penny, from its historic roots to its modern market fame. What started as a single cent can be worth $787.96 or more, depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. Keep checking your pocket change, keep learning, and keep collecting. And if you love discovering rare coins and their stories, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video from rare Lincoln penny coins.